Hey guys, it's Dina here with my third and final review for the night. This is the third item that I picked up from Forever 21. Sorry, I couldn't think there for a second. And I've already uploaded this video, or I tried to anyway. I recorded it on a Droid phone that I had recently got, and it will not upload to YouTube. So that kind of really sucks because I spent like 45 minutes trying to download videos. But anyway, I don't think you care about that. I am here to review this 12 shadow palette from Love and Beauty, which is sold exclusively at Forever 21 and forever21.com. And here's what the packaging looks like. So the shadow, it's just a hard plastic kind of, the packaging is really crappy, but the product is really good. So it just says on the palette itself, 12 shadow palette. It does have a couple of matte shades, and then it's got some satins and some kind of shimmery shades. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's just kind of some cheap packaging, but you know, sometimes looks can be deceiving. So it is $5.80, and I purchased this off of their online website because I do not have a Forever 21 near me. For those of you who are cruelty-free as far as your lifestyle goes, this is a brand that is cruelty-free, so keep that in mind. It's very affordable, and I think it is excellent quality. So, on to the review here. Again, the palette's kind of really crappy. It's probably going to break. It looks like it's already got some issues here. It's like, you know, how the plastic turns real white right before it breaks. So, the packaging is not that great, but you know, if you keep it in a safe place, I would say that this is one of the palettes that I would highly suggest getting. And I know that I do a lot of reviews on, you know, eyeshadow palettes and things like that, but if they're really good quality, I don't care if they're $1 or if they're $50. If they're decent quality, I will tell you. So this is my true honest opinion. I'm not being compensated for any of the reviews that I do. This is just my opinion, and I purchase these with my own money. So, without further ado, I will tell you that I do have the Essence I Heart Stage base. And I'm sorry for my nails. Like, I have had this same nail polish on for almost 2 weeks, and it will not chip off. But this is the I Heart Stage from Essence. I picked this up at Ulta. So that is the base that I have on my hand there. So it's a really nice full coverage base. Alright, so first of all, I will start with the shadows here. I'll kind of give you a close-up look at them. You can see that most of them do have glitter in them. This one is a matte shade here. And then there is another matte shade. I think it's this one here. So it does have, you know, a little bit of variety here. It does come with a dual-ended sponge tip applicator, just one of the long ones, and you know, I always keep them just because you never know when you'll need them. So here are the shades here. The first one is a golden, oh, I wish this would show up better. It is a golden white. It's definitely got some gold to it. And it is very soft, as in flaky. So it's so soft that it's flaking up underneath my finger. So when you apply this shade here, your best bet would be to pat it on with your brush. But it's got some really pretty pigmentation to it. I love these gold colors. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but it is very golden shimmery. So that's kind of like my favorite brow bone highlight color is one that has a golden tone. So that is the first color there. And sorry, the second shade here is a kind of, I'd say, a champagne-y brown. I guess that's how you would explain that. I'm not real good at explaining colors, so sorry. But here is the way that it's swatched on the finger, and it is, again, soft, but pretty decently pigmented. So there is that one. It has more of a metallic sheen to it. So those are the first two. The first shade did have glitter in it, by the way. The third shade is very unique, and it almost reminds me of, I'm trying to think. I think there is one of the Wet n Wild palettes that I have that this is very similar to. And I can't think of which one it is, but it's kind of like a creamy gold. So there is that shade there. Again, almost metallic is in the finish. The next shade here is kind of like a peachy, really, really pale peachy pink. So there's that one there, and I'll swatch that one right here. So there is the first 4 shades there. As you can see, they've got some pretty good pigmentation, especially for $5.80. You know, I mean, hey, I like them. Alright, the next shade here is kind of a, I would say, a very light rose color. It's got glitter in it, and it's kind of like in between like a gold and a salmon color. I mean, a rose and a salmon color. Does that make any sense? Because that's kind of what it reminds me of. So I will swatch that right here. If you can see, it's got the rosiness to it, but then it's kind of like got an orangey salmon look to it. Okay, so there is that shade there. The next one is a kind of a peachy pink, but on the more pinker side. And this one is a matte shade, and it is this color right here. Oh, I just dug my, look at that. I just dug my nail into that shade. Urgh. Okay, so here is that matte pink shade. It is a very, very pale pink, and there is that one right there. So that one you could definitely use. Actually, these two you could use as a blush. So keep that in mind when you're using any type of powder products or cream products. Just because they're marketed as a blush or shadow does not mean that's what you have to use them for. A powder is a powder. Okay, the next shade here is going to be this coral color, and it's a pink slash coral color, and it is more of like a satin finish. It does not have glitter in it, by the way. That glitter is residue from one of the other shadows. So again, this would make a great blush. If you can see that there. So this one's kind of more the shimmery. This is more of the satiny. They're very, very similar, these two colors here. And then you have this light pink. Alright, the next shade here is kind of a rusty cranberry color. And it's looking a lot more red in the lighting from what I can see through my viewfinder. But we'll swatch it here so you can see it up close. It is a very cranberry color here. And that is the swatch. So as you can see, it is highly, highly pigmented. Kind of reminds me of like a brick color. It's pulling a little bit darker. It's more of a brick color than it is appearing in the lighting there. Alright, the next shade is going to be this brown here, which is just kind of a reddish brown. And we'll swatch that one. It is a shimmery finish, and we'll start those on the bottom row here. So there was the one swatch of that one. So as you can see, I mean, this pigmentation in these is pretty darn good. And of course you can always build your colors up, but this is just kind of a brief overview of it. Alright, the next shade is a shimmery, it's got glitter in it, and I'm trying to see, I think it's just gold glitter is what it appears. I'll get it a little closer where you can see my fingernail mark in it, but it's kind of got a, it's got green and gold, it looks like, glitter in it. So we'll see what this swatch is like here. Whoa, very pigmented. Oh, I forgot how pigmented, and very soft, so be very careful. Whoa, see that? Let me show you. See that? That fell off my finger. So it's very soft. Be very careful. Okay, so here is the shade. I'm just going to kind of tap it here first, and oh Lord, see, I went way too heavy in that swatch. I mean, it is really falling off here. So you would definitely need to pat your brush off unless you wanted to look like a raccoon. It would be a very glamorous raccoon, but you would definitely look like a raccoon. Alright, so there is that one. It's definitely got some red tones to it. And it is very pigmented, but very, very soft. So just beware of that one. Alright, the next shade here is another kind of reddish. This is a really, really dark burgundy / brownish color here. If you can see, it's the one in the middle there. So I will swatch this one here. And you can see the red tones in it, but it is a brown. And again, another soft shade, so it's kind of flaking. This would definitely be one that you would pat on. So you can see kind of like this has got like the darker tone to it. This has got more of a sheen to it, and it's more of a like purpley, reddish brown. So there are those. And then we have one shade left, and it is another neutral tone, a brown. And this is, I've got that shadow all over me. This is a another kind of reddish brown, but this is more brown than the other shade. That one had a little bit more red in it. This is just a deeper brown. So this one is not as soft, but look how pigmented that is. And I'm going to pat this because I'm afraid I'm going to get this everywhere. Okay, so there is the last shade there. You can see this one has a little bit more purpley tones to it. This one is just more brown tones. And I hope you can see that. Alright, so there are the shades there. Again, $5 and I think it was 80 cents. You can't beat the price. There'll be some more information on my blog, so I will be sure to link that below. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I think this palette is pretty decent as far as pigmentation. I could do without the softness of a lot of these shadows because some of them are too soft, but the pigmentation very much so makes up for it. I just wish they weren't so soft. So just be really careful. Make sure you use a base and a primer, and do your eyes first. Therefore, you don't have to have as much, cleaning up to do. You can just kind of wipe under your eyes with a wipe and then put your foundation on. That would be my suggestion. But, yep, that is the palette. I would buy this again if something happened and I lost it or it got broken. I would purchase it again just because the quality of the pigmentation is really, really good. So, I mean, you saw some of these were just one very tiny light swatch and they showed up that well. So, again, here are the swatches. One last time. And that's it. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.